The Delaware. The first state quarter, released in 1999, is the inaugural coin of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which celebrated the unique history and culture of each state. This program ran from 1999 to 2008, issuing quarters for all 50 states in the order they joined the Union. As the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution on December 7, 1787, Delaware was appropriately chosen to kick off the series. The reverse side of the Delaware quarter features a depiction of Caesar Rodney, a key figure in American Revolutionary history. Rodney is shown on horseback, galloping towards Philadelphia on the night of July 1, 1776, to cast Delaware's decisive vote for independence in the Continental Congress. The design captures the urgency and determination of Rodney's historic 80-mile ride through a storm, despite his severe asthma and cancer. Above the image are the words "the first state," commemorating Delaware's pioneering role in American history. The coin also bears the inscriptions Caesar Rodney and 1787, the year of Delaware's ratification of the Constitution. The obverse side of the coin retains the traditional portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932 and updated slightly for the 50 State Quarters program. The image of Washington is accompanied by the inscriptions United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the coin's denomination, $quarter. Caesar Rodney's ride exemplifies Delaware's critical contributions to American independence. On that fateful night, Rodney's vote broke a deadlock among Delaware's delegates, ensuring the colony's support for the Declaration of Independence. This act of bravery and leadership made Rodney an enduring symbol of Delaware's patriotism. Delaware's status as the first state stems from its swift ratification of the Constitution. By being the first to approve the foundational document, Delaware set a precedent for national unity and governance, earning its title in U.S. history. The Delaware Quarter was officially launched on January 4, 1999, in Dover, Delaware's capital, with much fanfare, marking the beginning of one of the most popular numismatic programs in U.S. history. The U.S. Mint produced over 774 million Delaware quarters, making it widely available for collectors and the public alike. Despite its high mintage, the Delaware quarter remains a favorite among collectors because of its historical significance as the first coin in the series and its dynamic design. Early sketches of the quarter included other prominent symbols of Delaware, such as the state bird, the blue hen, or its agricultural heritage, but Caesar Rodney's ride was ultimately chosen for its strong historical narrative. The 50 State Quarters program, beginning with Delaware, sparked widespread public interest in coin collecting and provided a fun, hands-on way to learn about U.S. history. The release of the Delaware Quarter was a defining moment for numismatics in the United States. It not only commemorated the state's pivotal role in American history, but also paved the way for a decade-long program that brought historical and cultural education to millions of Americans. The 50 State Quarters program became one of the most successful initiatives in U.S. Mint history, with over half of the country's population participating in collecting the coins. The Delaware Quarter stands as a tribute to the state's legacy and Caesar Rodney's heroic efforts. It is a tangible reminder of Delaware's foundational role in the United States and a cherished piece of Americana. The coin features an error known as the spitting horse and is in uncirculated condition. It was minted in the United States in 1999 and represents the state of Delaware with a design based on the 1787 Washington Quarter. The coin is a great addition to any collection and is sure to be a conversation starter. Circulated quarters are worth their face value of 25 cents. According to the Professional Coin Grading Company records, a rare 2021 P Crossing Delaware quarter graded MS69 sold for a whopping $2,777 at a 2023 eBay auction. The 1787 Pennsylvania quarter dollar, released in 1999 as part of the U.S. Mint's State Quarter program, is a fascinating piece of numismatic history. This coin is not only a representation of Pennsylvania's rich heritage, but also a significant part of a groundbreaking initiative to commemorate each state in the Union. Its design and symbolism pay tribute to Pennsylvania's contributions to the nation's founding and its unique cultural identity. The State Quarter program, initiated by the U.S. Mint in 1999, was a 10-year project to release quarters for all 50 U.S. states in the order they joined the Union. The program aimed to celebrate the diversity and history of each state, while encouraging interest in coin collecting among Americans. Each quarter featured a distinctive design chosen by the respective state, showcasing symbols, events, or landmarks of particular significance. Pennsylvania, as the second state to ratify the U.S. Constitution in 1787, was among the first quarters to be released. The obverse of the Pennsylvania quarter, like all quarters in the series, bears the traditional profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse, however, is where the state's unique story unfolds. The design prominently features an outline of the state, a keystone, and a statue representing the Commonwealth. The inclusion of the keystone pays homage to Pennsylvania's nickname, the Keystone State, which highlights its critical role in the founding and unification of the United States. Overlaying the state outline is an image of the statue, Commonwealth, which stands atop the Pennsylvania State Capitol in Harrisburg. This figure represents the ideals of justice and liberty, both of which are deeply rooted in Pennsylvania's history. Below these images, the year 1787 is inscribed, marking the year Pennsylvania ratified the Constitution. The coin's reverse also bears the phrase, "Virtue, Liberty, Independence," the state motto, underscoring Pennsylvania's values. Pennsylvania played a pivotal role in the founding of the United States. As the site of the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776 and the drafting of the Constitution, in 1787, it was a hub of revolutionary activity and political thought. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania's largest city at the time, was a central location for the Continental Congress and later served as the nation's capital for a decade. The state's nickname, the Keystone State, reflects its central geographic and political importance in the original 13 colonies. The Pennsylvania Quarter captures this essence through the keystone imagery, reminding Americans of the state's enduring legacy in shaping the nation. As part of the first set of state quarters released, the Pennsylvania Quarter quickly became popular among collectors. Its release was accompanied by a surge in interest in numismatics, with many Americans beginning to collect the entire series. The Pennsylvania Quarter was minted in large numbers to meet the demand of collectors and the general public. Coins were produced at both the Philadelphia P and Denver D mints, with the P and D mint marks indicating their origin. The State Quarter program, including the Pennsylvania Quarter, was widely used in schools to teach students about U.S. history, geography, and the significance of each state's symbols. The success of the State Quarter program inspired subsequent programs, such as the America the Beautiful Quarters, further cementing its legacy in U.S. coinage history. The Pennsylvania Quarter serves as a tangible reminder of the state's historical importance and cultural identity. Its intricate design reflects the values and achievements that Pennsylvania contributed to the United States. For collectors, the quarter is a cherished item that marks the beginning of a landmark numismatic initiative. For history enthusiasts, it's a small but meaningful artifact that connects the present to the formative years of the nation. Through its symbolism and artistry, the 1787 Pennsylvania quarter dollar continues to inspire appreciation for the state's heritage and its foundational role in American history. According to the NGC Price Guide, A state quarter from 1999 in circulated condition is worth between 30 cents and 40 cents. However, on the open market, 1999 P quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $475. The 1787 New Jersey quarter-dollar coin, part of the U.S. Mint's 50 state quarters program, is a fascinating piece of numismatic history that celebrates New Jersey's heritage and its pivotal role in American history. Released in 1999, it was the third quarter in the series, following Delaware and Pennsylvania. This coin provides a glimpse into New Jersey's rich historical tapestry, while commemorating its significance as the third state to ratify the U.S. Constitution on December 18, 1787. The reverse side of the 1787 New Jersey quarter is its most iconic feature. Designed by engraver Alfred Miletsky, it depicts General George Washington leading the Continental Army across the Delaware River on the night of December 25, 1776, during the Revolutionary War. This scene, based on Emanuel Leutz's famous 1851 painting, symbolizes determination, unity, and the resilience of the American spirit. Surrounding the image are the words, "Crossroads of the Revolution," a nod to New Jersey's strategic importance during the war, and the year 1787, marking its entry into the Union. The obverse of the coin features the standard profile of President George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, and used on quarters since 1932. The obverse inscription includes United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the denomination quarter dollar. New Jersey played a crucial role during the Revolutionary War, earning its nickname as the Crossroads of the Revolution. The state was the site of numerous pivotal battles, including the Battle of Trenton and the Battle of Princeton. These victories boosted American morale and were turning points in the war. The image on the coin, Washington crossing the Delaware, commemorates the daring maneuver that led to the surprise attack on Hessian forces in Trenton, showcasing New Jersey's critical contributions to the fight for independence. New Jersey's decision to ratify the Constitution in 1787 also underscored its commitment to the new American Republic. As the third state to ratify, New Jersey played a key role in establishing the federal framework that governs the United States to this day. The state's ratification was unanimous, reflecting its strong support for the Constitution and the promise of a unified nation. The phrase, "Crossroads of the Revolution," highlights New Jersey's geographical and strategic importance. The state was situated between Philadelphia and New York City, two major centers of colonial activity, making it a critical area for military operations. While the coin prominently features George Washington, it also honors the unity and bravery of the Continental Army soldiers who shared in the hardships and triumphs of the Revolutionary War. The depiction of Washington crossing the Delaware has become an enduring symbol of American perseverance. Although the original Leutze painting contains artistic embellishments, the event itself remains a testament to strategic brilliance and bold leadership. The New Jersey quarter was one of the most popular coins in the program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. Collectors and history enthusiasts alike appreciated its detailed design and historical resonance. The coin has been used as a teaching tool to educate students and the public about New Jersey's role in the American Revolution and the broader context of U.S. history. In 1787, New Jersey quarter serves not only as a medium of exchange, but also as a reminder of the state's enduring contributions to the American story. By celebrating pivotal moments in history, such as Washington's daring crossing and New Jersey's ratification of the Constitution, the coin connects contemporary Americans with their revolutionary roots. It stands as a small yet powerful tribute to the state's legacy of courage, resilience, and unity. According to the NGC Price Guide, A New Jersey state quarter from 1999 in circulated condition is worth between 30 cents and 40 cents. However, on the open market, 1999 P quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $315. In 1788, Georgia quarter dollar series coin is a unique and collectible piece of American numismatic history, part of the 50 state quarters program initiated by the United States Mint. Released in 1999, it celebrates Georgia as the fourth state to join the Union on January 2, 1788. This quarter combines artistic design with historical significance, capturing the essence of Georgia's heritage and identity. The reverse side of the Georgia state quarter is a rich tapestry of symbolism. It features an outline of the state, superimposed by a peach, the state's iconic symbol and a representation of its rich agricultural history. Surrounding the peach are sprigs of live oak, the state tree, whose strength and resilience reflect the spirit of Georgia's people. At the bottom of the design is a banner bearing the state motto, Wisdom, Justice, Moderation. These three guiding principles underscore the values upon which the state was founded. The obverse side of the coin retains the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, as seen on standard U.S. quarters. This continuity in design maintains a connection to the broader identity of the nation's currency. In 1788 holds special significance for Georgia as it marks the year the state ratified the United States Constitution, becoming the fourth state in the Union. This early adoption underscores Georgia's critical role in the formation of the United States. The peach featured prominently on the quarter highlights Georgia's moniker as the Peach State, a nickname earned due to its reputation for producing high-quality peaches. However, agriculture in Georgia extends beyond peaches to include crops like cotton, peanuts, and pecans, all vital to the state's economy. The Georgia quarter is the fourth release in the 50 state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. The program was immensely popular, encouraging Americans to collect quarters from all 50 states, each depicting a unique design celebrating the respective state's heritage. Like all quarters in the series, the Georgia state quarter is made of a clad composition, featuring a copper core sandwiched between layers of nickel. This composition ensures durability and cost efficiency while maintaining an appealing appearance. The Georgia quarter was minted at 3 U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark. Coins from the San Francisco Mint are specially made proof coins, often sought after by collectors for their superior finish. The design for the Georgia quarter, like others in the series, resulted from a competition involving submissions from artists and input from state governors and officials. The final design was approved by the U.S. Mint and the state of Georgia. The Georgia quarter remains popular among numismatists and casual collectors alike. Its intricate design and the historical context make it a prized addition to collections. The 50 state quarters program, including the Georgia quarter, played a significant role in reigniting public interest in coin collecting. For many, these quarters served as educational tools, teaching Americans about the history, culture, and geography of their nation. The Georgia quarter, with its striking design and historical references, is a testament to the state's enduring legacy in the American story. In conclusion, in 1788 Georgia quarter dollar series coin is more than just currency. It is a celebration of Georgia's heritage and a symbol of its contributions to the United States. Whether as part of a collection or as a piece of history in circulation, this coin continues to fascinate and inspire, embodying the rich narrative of the Peach State. Investopedia explains it's the rarity of these messed-up coins that attracts collectors. According to the U.S. Coins Guide, the Georgia quarters from 1999, part of the long-running state quarters series, have several misprinted and stained spots on them, which makes the quarters a hot commodity for collectors. The Mint made 939,932,000 Georgia quarters, releasing the first batch on the 19th of July, 1999. A 1788p Georgia quarter graded MS-65 was $4,200 in 2022. The value of a 1999 Georgia state quarter has been estimated at being as high as $10,000 due to errors made during its production. The Georgia state quarter is the fourth coin in the 50 state quarters program. The 1788 Connecticut quarter dollar coin is an essential piece of American numismatic history that commemorates Connecticut's rich heritage and its admission into the Union as the fifth state. While it is not an actual coin from the year 1788, it forms part of the United States Mint's 50 state quarters program, which was launched in 1999 to honor each of the 50 states in the order they joined the Union. The Connecticut State Quarter was released on October 12, 1999. Its reverse side features the iconic charter oak, a symbol of American independence and resilience. The tree is central to Connecticut's history due to the famous story of how it safeguarded the state's colonial charter. According to legend, in 1687, when King James II sought to revoke Connecticut's self-governance, the charter was hidden in the hollow of the great oak tree to prevent its seizure by British authorities. This act of defiance underscored the colony's determination to maintain its autonomy and laid the groundwork for its later role in the American Revolution. The inscription on the coin reads, "The Charter Oak," along with the state's name, the year of its statehood, 1788, and the minting year, 1999. The obverse side of the coin, like all state quarters, features the profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Connecticut ratified the United States Constitution on January 9, 1788, becoming the fifth state to join the Union. Its nickname, the Constitution State, reflects its significant contributions to the formation of the United States, including the Connecticut Compromise, which helped shape the bicameral structure of Congress. The charter oak, prominently featured on the quarter, is emblematic of the state's pioneering spirit and dedication to liberty. The actual charter oak stood in Hartford until it was felled by a storm in 1856. Its wood was repurposed into various artifacts and memorials, including a chair that resides in the Connecticut State Capitol. The Connecticut quarter design was created by T. James Farrell, chosen through a rigorous process involving public input and review by state officials. The depiction of the charter oak was selected for its historical and cultural resonance. Over 1.34 billion Connecticut state quarters were minted across the Philadelphia and Denver facilities. While these coins are not rare in circulation, pristine examples, especially those with proof finishes from the San Francisco Mint, are sought after by collectors. As one of the first quarters released in the program, Connecticut's coin set a high standard for the artistic and historical significance expected of the series. The program itself became one of the most popular initiatives of the U.S. Mint, sparking widespread public interest in coin collecting. Beyond its numismatic value, the Connecticut quarter has played a role in educating Americans about the state's history and the broader themes of independence and governance. The Charter Oak's story has become an enduring symbol of resistance against tyranny. The 1788 Connecticut quarter dollar coin is more than just a piece of currency. It is a celebration of the state's contributions to American history and values. Through its depiction of the Charter Oak, the coin reminds us of Connecticut's pivotal role in preserving liberty and shaping the United States. For numismatists and history enthusiasts alike, it serves as a tangible connection to the past, encapsulating the ideals of independence, resilience, and innovation that continue to define the American spirit. The Connecticut quarter features the Charter Oak, the words "The Charter Oak," and a stone wall on the reverse side. The design was created by Andy Jones of Hampton as part of a competition. According to the NGC Price Guide, a state quarter from 1999 in circulated condition is worth between 30 cents and 40 cents. However, on the open market, 1999 P quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $400. The 1788 Massachusetts coin, a significant artifact in the early history of the United States, represents more than just currency. It symbolizes a crucial moment in the evolution of American independence, economy, and identity. This coin's historical context, design, production, and its enduring fascination among collectors and historians alike. In the late 18th century, the newly independent United States was grappling with the challenge of establishing a unified, monetary system. Prior to the adoption of the U.S. Constitution in 1789, each state had significant autonomy, including the authority to mint its own currency. Massachusetts, one of the original 13 colonies, was among the few states to exercise this right. In 1786, the Massachusetts legislature authorized the production of its own coinage, leading to the creation of coins like the 1788 Massachusetts cent and half-cent. These coins not only facilitated trade, but also reinforced the state's sovereignty during a time of economic uncertainty. The 1788 Massachusetts coin features a design steeped in symbolism. On the obverse side, it prominently displays an image of a Native American holding a bow and arrow, with the arrow pointed downward. This imagery, framed by the Latin motto, Commonwealth, reflects the state's identity and its acknowledgement of the region's indigenous heritage. The figure is often interpreted as a symbol of peace, as the downward pointed arrow suggests a lack of aggression. The reverse side of the coin showcases an eagle perched on a shield, a common symbol of strength and protection. Surrounding the eagle is the inscription, Massachusetts, and the year 1788. The design aligns with the broader trend of incorporating patriotic and symbolic elements into early American coinage, underscoring themes of unity and resilience. The Massachusetts coinage was produced at a private mint operated by Joseph Callender in Boston. Callender, a skilled silversmith and engraver, was contracted to strike these coins using copper. The coins were minted in limited quantities due to the challenges of obtaining sufficient raw materials and the high costs of production. Consequently, the 1788 Massachusetts coin is relatively rare today, adding to its numismatic value. It is worth noting that the Massachusetts minting initiative was short-lived. With the ratification of the U.S. Constitution in 1789 and the subsequent establishment of the federal monetary system, individual states relinquished their authority to produce coinage. This transition marked the end of state-issued coins like the 1788 Massachusetts cent and half-cent, making them valuable relics of a unique period in American history. The year 1788 holds special significance, as it marked the ratification of the U.S. Constitution by Massachusetts, making the coin a tangible reminder of the state's pivotal role in shaping the nation. Due to its limited production, the 1788 Massachusetts coin did not circulate widely. Most transactions in the late 18th century were conducted using foreign coins or barter, making state-issued coins more of a symbolic gesture than a practical necessity, day. The 1788 Massachusetts coin is highly sought after by numismatists. Its rarity, historical significance, and unique design contribute to its desirability, with well-preserved specimens fetching high prices at auctions. Subtle differences in the dyes used for minting have led to the identification of multiple varieties of the coin. Collectors often study these variations to trace the production methods and history of the mint. The coin exemplifies the delicate balance between state and federal powers during America's formative years. It serves as a reminder of the era when states experimented with their own systems of governance and economic control. The 1788 Massachusetts coin is more than just a piece of copper. It is a window into the economic, political, and cultural landscape of post-revolutionary America. Its design reflects the values and aspirations of a fledgling nation, while its rarity underscores the challenges of establishing a cohesive monetary system. For collectors and historians, the coin remains a cherished artifact that tells a compelling story of independence, ingenuity, and identity. The reverse of the 2000 Massachusetts State Quarter features a detailed design highlighting key elements related to the state's history and identity. The central figure is the iconic Minuteman, symbolizing the American Revolutionary War. The Minuteman holds a musket, not a ripple, and represents the readiness of Massachusetts colonists to defend their liberty. The design is modeled after the famous statue by Daniel Chester French, located at the Lexington Battle Green. Behind the Minuteman is an outline of the state of Massachusetts, emphasizing its geographical identity. The word Massachusetts is inscribed at the top, along with the state's nickname, the Bay State, at the bottom. The year 1788 is included, marking Massachusetts's ratification of the U.S. Constitution. The year 2000 and e pluribus unum means out of many, one. The value of a 2000 Massachusetts 1788 quarter with an error on eBay depends on the type of error and the condition of the coin. In 2000p, Massachusetts quarter, error, DDO, and off-center rim strike. This coin has a doubled die error and an off-center rim strike. It is listed for sale on eBay for $20. In 2000, Massachusetts quarter grease strike through error, missing letters. On front, this coin has a grease strike through error and missing letters on the front. It is listed for sale on eBay for $4. In 2000p, Massachusetts State Quarter. A circulated 2000p state quarter is worth between 30 cents and 40 cents. However, a 2000p quarter in uncirculated condition can sell for as much as $4,250. The 1788 Maryland quarter dollar coin is a fascinating piece of U.S. numismatic history that represents the state of Maryland, one of the original 13 colonies that ratified the United States Constitution. Though the coin itself was minted in modern times, its design celebrates Maryland's rich history and cultural heritage, making it a cherished collectible among numismatists and history enthusiasts alike. The Maryland quarter was released in 2000 as part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program. This initiative, which ran from 1999 to 2008, honored each of the 50 states with a unique quarter design. Maryland, being the seventh state to ratify the Constitution on April 28, 1788, was the seventh state featured in the program. The coin's obverse features the standard portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan and slightly modified for the series. The reverse, however, is where the state-specific design shines. The reverse of the Maryland quarter showcases the Maryland State House, a significant historical landmark located in Annapolis. The State House is the oldest state capitol in continuous legislative use in the United States and served as the nation's capital from 1783 to 1784. It was here that the Treaty of Paris was ratified in 1784, officially ending the American Revolutionary War. Encircling the State House on the coin are oak branches, symbolizing Maryland's state tree, the white oak. This design element pays homage to the state's natural beauty and the importance of its forests. The coin's inscription reads, "The Old Line State," Maryland's nickname. This moniker is a nod to the state's critical role during the American Revolution, particularly the bravery of the Maryland Line, a group of soldiers renowned for their discipline and heroism. Maryland's ratification of the Constitution in 1788 was a pivotal moment in American history. As a middle colony, Maryland played a crucial mediating role between the northern and southern states. Its decision to ratify the Constitution underscored its commitment to a strong, united federal government, which was essential for the young nation's stability and growth. The date of ratification prominently appears on the Maryland Quarter, serving as a reminder of this milestone. The Maryland Quarter was minted in Philadelphia and Denver, with over 1 billion coins produced in total. This high mintage makes it relatively easy to find in circulation today. In addition to the standard circulation coins, the U.S. Mint also produced proof versions of the Maryland Quarter, including silver proofs, which are highly sought after by collectors. The reverse design was engraved by Thomas D. Rogers, Sr., a U.S. Mint sculptor engraver known for his intricate work on several coins. The Maryland Quarter sparked renewed interest in the state's history and landmarks, encouraging tourism to Annapolis and other historical sites. The Maryland Quarter is not only a piece of modern coinage, but also a gateway to understanding the state's historical and cultural significance. Its design encapsulates Maryland's contributions to the founding of the United States, making it a meaningful addition to any collection. Moreover, the coin's association with the 50 State Quarters program adds an extra layer of nostalgia and value, as this program is one of the most successful numismatic initiatives in U.S. history. The 1788 Maryland $quarter coin is a small but powerful tribute to the state of Maryland and its role in shaping the nation. Its design, steeped in historical symbolism, and its place in the 50 State Quarters program make it a fascinating subject for both casual collectors and serious numismatists. Whether admired for its artistry, its historical connections, or its collectability, the Maryland Quarter remains a shining example of how coins can tell the story of a state and a nation. A 1,788 Maryland Quarter can be worth between $55 and $570, depending on its condition. Maryland State Quarter. The average value of a circulated state quarter is 25 cents, which is its face value. However, some rare or uncirculated quarters can be worth much more. For example, a 2,000p state quarter in pristine condition can sell for as much as $95. The 1788 South Carolina $quarter coin is part of the 50 State Quarters program, which the United States Mint introduced in 1999. This coin was issued in 2000 to commemorate South Carolina's rich history and its admission to the Union as the 8th state on May 23, 1788. The quarter serves as a celebration of the state's cultural and natural heritage, making it an intriguing piece for both coin collectors and history enthusiasts. The obverse of the South Carolina Quarter, like all state quarters, features a portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan and adapted by William Cousins. However, it is the reverse side of the coin that captures the unique essence of South Carolina. Designed by Thomas D. Rogers, the reverse showcases several symbols significant to the state. This prominent symbol represents South Carolina's resilience and its role during the American Revolutionary War. Specifically, it recalls the Battle of Sullivan's Island in 1776, where a fort made of palmetto logs successfully repelled British forces. The palmetto tree remains a vital symbol of the state and is featured on the South Carolina state flag. Designated as the state bird in 1948, the Carolina wren symbolizes the vibrant wildlife and natural beauty of South Carolina. Its presence on the coin underscores the state's commitment to preserving its ecosystems. The state flower, the yellow jessamine, was chosen for its beauty and abundance across South Carolina. This flower is a representation of the state's hospitable climate and rich biodiversity. The coin's design includes a detailed outline of South Carolina, emphasizing the state's geographical identity. Within the outline, a star marks the location of Columbia, the state capital. Together, these elements encapsulate South Carolina's historical, cultural, and natural significance. South Carolina's entry into the Union in 1788 was a pivotal moment in American history. As one of the original 13 colonies, South Carolina played a key role in the founding of the United States. The state was active during the Revolutionary War and later became an economic powerhouse due to its agriculture, particularly rice and indigo cultivation. The palmetto tree's significance on the coin ties back to Colonel William Moultrie's defense of Fort Sullivan. The fort's palmetto log construction absorbed cannon fire from British ships, preventing significant damage and securing a victory that boosted morale during the early stages of the Revolutionary War. The South Carolina quarter was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia and Denver were produced for general circulation, while San Francisco minted proof versions for collectors. The total mintage exceeded $1 billion, reflecting the popularity of the state quarters program. The state quarters program, including the South Carolina coin, aimed to educate the public about the history and culture of each state. It sparked widespread interest in numismatics, with many people starting coin collections for the first time. The quarter's design highlights South Carolina's pride in its Revolutionary War heritage, its natural beauty, and its cultural symbols. These elements serve as a microcosm of the state's identity. The South Carolina quarter is one of 50 coins in the State Quarters series, which concluded in 2008. The program was a tremendous success, with millions of Americans collecting the quarters and gaining a deeper appreciation for the country's diverse heritage. South Carolina's quarter remains a favorite among collectors due to its striking design and the rich history it represents. In 1788, South Carolina quarter-dollar coin is more than just currency. It is a small but powerful representation of the state's identity and history. From the Revolutionary War to its natural symbols, the coin encapsulates South Carolina's contributions to the nation and its enduring legacy. The value of a 1788 South Carolina quarter depends on the condition of the coin and whether it has any errors or is part of a proof set. A typical circulated South Carolina quarter is worth its face value of 25 cents. A silver proof set quarter from the 2000 South Carolina State Quarter Series is worth between $5 and $10, depending on its grade. Silver quarters have an S mint mark, while other quarters have a P or D mint mark. A rare or uncirculated 1788 to 2000 South Carolina quarter can be worth more, such as $355 or $500. A collector's item South Carolina quarter from 1788 to 2000 can be worth more, such as $600. The 1788 New Hampshire quarter-dollar coin is a part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. This program was designed to celebrate each state's unique history, culture, and symbols. New Hampshire's quarter was released in 2000, representing the state's rich heritage and its role in the founding of the United States. Its design, historical significance, and some fascinating facts. The reverse side of the New Hampshire quarter features the iconic Old Man of the Mountain, a rock formation that was a celebrated symbol of the state until its collapse in 2003. This natural profile, located in Franconia Notch State Park, was an extraordinary geological feature resembling a man's face. Beneath the Old Man, the quarter bears the state motto, "Live free or die," attributed to General John Stark, a Revolutionary War hero. The coin also displays the year 1788, marking New Hampshire's ratification of the U.S. Constitution as the 9th state. The obverse side of the coin remains consistent with all quarters in the series, featuring a portrait of George Washington, sculpted by John Flanagan, and the inscriptions, "United States of America," "Liberty," and "In God We Trust." New Hampshire holds a special place in American history. It was the first state to establish its own constitution independent of British rule in January 1776, predating the Declaration of Independence. In 1788, New Hampshire became the crucial 9th state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, ensuring its adoption. The coin's motto, "Live free or die," is deeply tied to the state's identity and reflects the fierce independence and revolutionary spirit of New Hampshire's citizens. during the birth of the nation. The Old Man of the Mountain also reflects New Hampshire's rugged character and natural beauty. This formation had been a symbol of pride and resilience for generations of residents and visitors alike. Sadly, just 3 years after the release of the New Hampshire quarter, the Old Man of the Mountain collapsed due to natural erosion in May 2003. Despite its loss, the formation remains a beloved symbol of the state and continues to be featured on state signs, license plates, and in the hearts of New Hampshireites. The state motto was penned by John Stark in a letter written in 1809. Stark, a general during the Revolutionary War, used these words as a toast to commemorate the sacrifices of his comrades. His defiant sentiment has since become a hallmark of New Hampshire's identity. The 50 State Quarters program was one of the most successful coin programs in U.S. history, drawing in both numismatists and casual collectors. The New Hampshire quarter, like others in the series, saw widespread circulation and became a favorite among collectors. The Old Man of the Mountain's profile was formed over millennia by the freezing and thawing of water in the cracks of the granite cliffs. This slow erosion process created the striking likeness that inspired both awe and pride. After the collapse of the Old Man of the Mountain, New Hampshire established a memorial at Franconia Notch State Park, where visitors can view steel rods and interpretive elements that recreate the profile against the skyline. In 1788, New Hampshire $quarter coin is more than just currency. It is a small yet powerful tribute to the state's history, natural beauty, and values. From its depiction of the Old Man of the Mountain to the motto, "Live free or die," the coin encapsulates New Hampshire's unique character and enduring legacy in American history. Its place in the 50 State Quarters program ensures that it remains a cherished piece among collectors and a symbol of New Hampshire's proud contributions to the United States. The 2000 New Hampshire quarter was designed by John Flanagan and William Cousins. Over 673 million 2000p New Hampshire quarters were produced, making them common and easy to find in circulation. A circulated 2000 New Hampshire quarter is worth between $0.3 and $0.4. A 2000 New Hampshire quarter, in pristine, uncirculated condition, can sell for as much as $180. A silver 2000 New Hampshire quarter, which has an S mint mark, can be worth between $5 and $10, depending on its grade. A 2000 New Hampshire quarter with an error, such as a missing layer or an off-center strike, can be worth more. For example, a 2000p New Hampshire quarter with a missing layer that's graded NGC MS64 may sell for $395. The 1788 Virginia quarter dollar, part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, commemorates Virginia's rich history and its significance as the 10th state to ratify the United States Constitution in 1788. Released on October 16, 2000, this coin stands out for its intricate design and historical importance, celebrating Virginia's foundational role in American history. The reverse side of the Virginia quarter features an iconic depiction of 3 ships, the Susan Constant, the Godspeed, and the Discovery. These ships brought English settlers to Jamestown in 1607, marking the establishment of the first permanent English settlement in North America. The image is accompanied by the inscriptions Virginia and 1607 to 1788, highlighting the state's historical timeline, and the motto Jamestown 1607, acknowledging its colonial origins. The obverse side retains the standard portrait of George Washington, a design by John Flanagan, which is featured on all U.S. quarters. The design encapsulates a pivotal moment in American history, the beginning of English colonization, and serves as a reminder of Virginia's role as a cultural and political cornerstone during the colonial and revolutionary periods. Virginia's significance extends far beyond its founding. Known as the Mother of Presidents, Virginia was the birthplace of 8 U.S. presidents, including George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and James Madison. The state played a central role in the American Revolution and the shaping of the new nation, hosting events like the Battle of Yorktown in 1781, which effectively ended the Revolutionary War. The 1788 date on the coin refers to the year Virginia ratified the U.S. Constitution, a critical step in uniting the fledgling states under a single framework of government. By highlighting this year, the coin not only celebrates Virginia's colonial history, but also its contributions to the founding of the United States. Jamestown's establishment in 1607 marked the first successful English settlement in the New World. Despite numerous hardships, including conflicts with indigenous peoples and severe food shortages, the colony persevered and laid the groundwork for future American settlements. Virginia was home to many firsts in American history. The first representative assembly, the House of Burgesses, convened in Virginia in 1619, setting a precedent for democratic governance in the colonies. While not featured on the quarter, Virginia's state motto, Sic Semper Tyrannis, thus always to tyrants, reflects its enduring revolutionary spirit. The Virginia Quarter was part of a broader initiative by the U.S. Mint to celebrate each state's unique heritage. The program, which ran from 1999 to 2008, proved immensely popular with collectors, drawing attention to each state's historical and cultural contributions. The Virginia Quarter holds a special place among coin collectors due to its historical themes and artistic design. While the coin's standard version is widely circulated, uncirculated and proof versions are highly sought after by enthusiasts. The design's focus on the Jamestown settlement also makes it a favorite for history buffs and those interested in early American colonial history. The 1788 Virginia quarter dollar is more than just a piece of currency. It is a tribute to the state's profound impact on American history. From the founding of Jamestown to its pivotal role in the Revolution and beyond, Virginia's legacy is deeply interwoven with the fabric of the United States. This coin serves as both a reminder and a celebration of the state's enduring contributions to the nation's story. A 1788 P Virginia quarter graded MS-68 was $400 on eBay in 2022. According to the NGC price guide, a state quarter from 2000 in circulated condition is worth between 30 cents and 40 cents. However, on the open market, 2000 D quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $675. The New York State Quarter, released as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, commemorates the rich history and cultural significance of the state of New York. It holds the distinction of being the 11th coin in the series and was officially issued on January 2, 2001. While the coin prominently features the year 1788, which marks New York's ratification of the U.S. Constitution, its design and symbolism delve deeper into the state's identity and heritage. The New York State Quarter's design is a blend of historical and cultural elements that encapsulate the state's significance. The reverse side of the coin prominently features the following elements. The Statue of Liberty. As an enduring symbol of freedom and democracy, the Statue of Liberty is central to the coin's design. The statue represents New York's pivotal role as a gateway for immigrants arriving in the United States and serves as a powerful emblem of the nation's values. The State Outline. The design includes a detailed outline of New York State, emphasizing its geographic identity. Superimposed on this outline is a line tracing the Hudson River and the Erie Canal, which played a crucial role in the state's economic development and westward expansion during the 19th century. The motto Gateway to Freedom. This inscription highlights New York's historical importance as a point of entry for millions of immigrants through Ellis Island, as well as its broader contributions to liberty and opportunity. The year 1788, although the quarter was released in 2001, The date 1788 is featured to mark New York's ratification of the U.S. Constitution on July 26, 1788, making it the 11th state to join the Union. The coin's obverse side, like all quarters in the series, bears the standard image of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan and adapted for the program by William Cousins. New York's ratification of the Constitution in 1788 was a pivotal moment in American history. As one of the original 13 colonies, New York's agreement to join the Union was critical to solidifying the foundation of the United States. The state's strategic location and thriving port cities made it an economic powerhouse even in the 18th century. The Hudson River and Erie Canal, depicted on the coin, underscore New York's role in transforming the U.S. economy. Completed in 1825, the Erie Canal connected the Atlantic Ocean to the Great Lakes, enabling goods and people to move efficiently across vast distances. This infrastructure project helped establish New York City as a global trade hub and the Empire State as a leader in commerce and innovation. The New York State Quarter had a total mintage of over 1.2 billion coins, reflecting the popularity of the 50 State Quarters program. It was minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with minor variations in mint marks, P and D. Although the coin's face value remains 25 cents, uncirculated and proof versions of the New York State Quarter, especially those made of silver, hold additional value for collectors. The 50 State Quarters program was launched in 1999 and concluded in 2008. It aimed to celebrate each state's unique heritage. New York's quarter, being the 11th, coincides with its historical status as the 11th state to join the Union. The Statue of Liberty's inclusion on the coin emphasizes New York's role as a beacon of hope and freedom. However, it is worth noting that the statue itself is located on Liberty Island, which is technically part of New Jersey's waters. This geographical quirk often sparks curiosity and discussion. The New York State Quarter is more than a piece of currency. It is a miniature work of art that encapsulates the state's profound historical and cultural contributions. For numismatists, historians, and casual collectors alike, this coin serves as a reminder of New York's enduring significance in shaping the identity and progress of the United States. Through its thoughtful design and historical references, the 1788 New York Quarter continues to captivate those who study and admire it, cementing its place as a treasured part of American numismatic history. A 2001 New York State Quarter error coin with no mint mark and missing letters can sell for up to $49 on eBay. A circulated 2001 State Quarter is worth between 30 cents and 40 cents. A 2001 New York Quarter error with a rare strike that looks like a rat on the side of a rock can sell for $300. A 2001 P Quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition can sell for as much as $750. The 1789 North Carolina Quarter is part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. Each coin in the series honors one of the 50 states, showcasing significant historical events, symbols, or achievements that define the state's legacy. North Carolina's Quarter, released on March 12, 2001, commemorates its admission to the Union as the 12th state on November 21, 1789. This design, historical significance, and interesting facts about this collectible coin. The reverse side of the North Carolina Quarter prominently features the famous first flight scene at Kitty Hawk. This iconic design celebrates the Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur Wright, who made history on December 17, 1903, by successfully achieving the first powered, controlled flight. The coin depicts a fragile biplane in flight with a pilot aboard, alongside the inscription First Flight and 1789 to signify North Carolina's year of statehood. This design choice reflects North Carolina's pride in being the site of this groundbreaking moment in aviation history. Although the Wright brothers were from Ohio, they chose the sandy dunes of Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, for their experiments due to the area's steady winds and open spaces, making the state integral to the dawn of modern flight. While the quarter focuses on the Wright brothers' achievements, its reference to 1789 underscores another pivotal moment in North Carolina's history, its role in the formation of the United States. North Carolina was initially hesitant to ratify the U.S. Constitution due to concerns over the lack of a Bill of Rights. It joined the Union only after these amendments were proposed, demonstrating the state's early advocacy for civil liberties and protections for its citizens. The North Carolina quarter was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The coins from the Philadelphia and Denver mints were produced for circulation, while the San Francisco mint created proof versions for collectors. Over 1 billion North Carolina quarters were minted, making it widely available. During the design process, North Carolina officials debated between several themes for the quarter. While the Wright brothers' flight was ultimately chosen, other concepts included images representing North Carolina's rich colonial history, its vibrant Native American heritage, or its role in the American Revolution. The North Carolina quarter underscores the state's slogan, "First in Flight." Interestingly, Ohio, the Wright brothers' home state, also celebrates their aviation accomplishments on its quarter, leading to friendly rivalry over their legacy. The 1789 inscription not only marks North Carolina's statehood, but also ties to the state flag, which prominently features key dates in its history, including the Halifax Resolves of 1776 and the Mecklenburg Declaration of Independence. While most North Carolina quarters are worth their face value, coins in uncirculated condition or with unique errors, such as doubled dies or misaligned strikes, can command higher prices among collectors. The 1789 North Carolina quarter stands as a tribute to both the state's historical significance and its role in shaping modern aviation. It encapsulates key moments in the state's journey, from its ratification of the Constitution to its pivotal contribution to human innovation at Kitty Hawk. As part of the beloved 50 State Quarters program, the coin serves not only as currency, but also as a celebration of North Carolina's rich heritage and enduring influence on American history. The 2001 North Carolina quarter dollar was designed to commemorate North Carolina's aviation history and features a rendition of the famous 1903 photograph, First Flight. The photograph depicts Orville Wright piloting the Flyer, while Wilbur Wright watches in the foreground. A circulated state quarter from 2001 is usually only worth its face value of $0.25. A silver 2001 North Carolina state quarter can be worth between $5 and $10, depending on its grade. Silver quarters have an S mint mark rather than a P or D. The value of a coin can vary depending on its condition and any unique features or errors it may have. For example, a 2001 P quarter in pristine uncirculated condition can sell for as much as $750. The 2001 Rhode Island State Quarter, part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, commemorates Rhode Island's rich maritime heritage and its admission to the Union in 1790. This program, spanning from 1999 to 2008, honored each state with a unique quarter design, released in the order of their statehood. The reverse side of the Rhode Island quarter features a vintage sailboat gliding through Narragansett Bay with the Pell Bridge in the background. This imagery highlights Rhode Island's nickname, the Ocean State, and its deep connection to maritime activities. The inclusion of the sailboat pays homage to the state's sailing traditions and its role in hosting prestigious events like the America's Cup. The inscriptions read, Rhode Island, 1790, the Ocean State, and 2001. The obverse side maintains the traditional portrait of George Washington, accompanied by the inscriptions, United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and $quarter. Rhode Island holds the distinction of being the 13th and final original colony to ratify the U.S. Constitution, officially joining the Union on May 29, 1790. The date 1790 on the quarter commemorates this significant event in American history. The design selection for the Rhode Island quarter was a collaborative effort involving public participation. Governor Lincoln Almond established an advisory panel and invited design submissions, receiving over 500 entries. Public voting took place in libraries and in government buildings, with 34,566 votes cast. The design featuring the America's Cup sailboat won with 57% of the votes. Notably, while Daniel Carr was commissioned to design the coin, he did not receive formal credit, and his initials are absent from the coin. The Rhode Island quarter was produced in several varieties. Philadelphia Mint, P. Mint mark, 423 million coins. Denver Mint, D. Mint mark, 447,100,000 coins. San Francisco Mint, S. Mint mark. Proof coins, 3,094,140 coins. San Francisco Mint silver. Proof coins, 889,694 coins nickel, with a solid copper core. The silver proof versions consist of 90% silver and 10% copper. The standard circulation Rhode Island quarters hold a face value of 25 cents and are commonly found in everyday transactions. Uncirculated and proof versions, especially those in pristine condition, can command higher prices among collectors. Silver proof quarters, identifiable by the S mint mark, typically range from $5 to $10, depending on their condition. It's important to note that gold-plated state quarters, often sold through late-night television promotions, generally do not hold significant value in the numismatic community due to the minimal amount of gold used. The 2001 Rhode Island State Quarter serves as a tribute to the state's maritime legacy and its pivotal role in American history. Through its thoughtful design and widespread circulation, it offers both residents and collectors a tangible connection to Rhode Island's identity as the Ocean State. The average price of the single silver coin ranges from $5 to $10, depending on the grade. The easy indicator to determine if your coin is silver is by the mint mark. The 1789 Vermont $quarter coin holds a special place in American numismatic history, not only because of its rarity and significance, but also because it represents the complexities of early American currency. However, there appears to be a misunderstanding regarding the existence of a 1791 Vermont $quarter. In fact, no such coin with this exact designation was minted in 1791. The confusion likely arises from the history of Vermont's role in early U.S. coinage, particularly the coinage issues related to 1791 Vermont's status as an independent republic prior to joining the United States. Before becoming the 14th state in 1791, Vermont was an independent republic from 1777 to 1791, known as the Vermont Republic. During this period, Vermont issued its own coins in the late 1780s. These coins, often referred to as Vermont coppers, were small copper pieces produced by private minting efforts in the region. They were minted to facilitate trade and commerce among the early settlers, though they were not officially recognized by the federal government. These coppers were similar to the more widespread state-issued coppers in the colonies and served a vital role in the local economy. The Vermont coppers are considered some of the earliest forms of American coinage and stand out because of their historical context. They are often characterized by a simple design featuring the state of Vermont's symbol and inscriptions in Latin, reflecting Vermont's desire for sovereignty and independence at the time. In 1791, after Vermont's admission to the Union as the 14th state, the newly formed U.S. Mint began its coinage operations, officially producing national currency for the first time. By this time, the country had moved beyond the need for regional coins, and the U.S. Mint started producing standard denominations such as the half-cent, cent, quarter dollar, and larger denominations like the dollar, half dollar, and dollar coins. While there were no quarter-dollar coins specifically minted in 1791 for Vermont, the minting of state-related commemorative coins did gain importance in the centuries that followed. Vermont, like other states, would be honored through various U.S. Mint programs, notably with the 50 State Quarters program in the late 20th century. The 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008, was one of the most popular U.S. Mint initiatives, and Vermont was represented in this series with a quarter minted in 2001. This quarter features the state's landscape and symbols, specifically a depiction of the 1791 founding year and an image of the majestic Camel's Hump Mountain, which is one of Vermont's iconic landmarks. The Vermont quarter coin issued as part of this program is an example of how Vermont was celebrated on the U.S. coinage long after its statehood. The program provided a unique way for each state to be highlighted through coinage, and the Vermont quarter paid homage to the state's heritage and history, including the important year of 1791 when Vermont joined the United States. Although the 1791 Vermont quarter-dollar coin does not exist as a minted coin, Vermont's history of coinage and its contribution to early American numismatics is significant. The Vermont coppers are rare today, and they are highly sought after by collectors. Some of these coins bear inscriptions such as Vermontis, Latin for Vermont, reflecting the state's desire for independence and freedom during its brief period as a republic. Additionally, Vermont's role in early coinage reflects the importance of state identity in the United States, which eventually led to the diverse array of state-themed coins seen in later minting programs. The symbolism on Vermont's quarter, with its nod to state sovereignty and natural beauty, resonates with the values that early Vermont coinage embodied. While there is no specific 1791 Vermont quarter-dollar coin in existence, the state of Vermont's unique history with coinage and its eventual representation in national currency serves as a testament to the state's early role in American independence and its lasting impact on the U.S. Mint. The Vermont coppers of the late 18th century provide a fascinating glimpse into the early days of U.S. coinage, while the Vermont quarter of 2001 honors the state's rich heritage, making it an enduring piece of American numismatic history. The 2001 Vermont State Quarter features a reverse design that includes an image of a man standing next to a tree, symbolizing Vermont's historical connection to its natural environment and rural heritage. The reverse of the coin, designed by John Flanagan, showcases the following elements. A man standing next to a large tree, likely meant to symbolize Vermont's strong agricultural roots and close ties to the land, particularly its forests and farming culture. Mount Mansfield, Vermont's highest peak, can be seen in the distance. The coin also includes Vermont at the top, and 1791, the state motto, Freedom and Unity, is displayed along the bottom. This design emphasizes Vermont's natural beauty, its historic agrarian culture, and the values of independence and unity that have shaped the state's identity. The coin was released as part of the 50 State Quarters program in 2001. According to the NGC Price Guide, a state quarter from 2001 in circulated condition is worth between 30 cents and 40 cents. However, on the open market, 2001 P quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $425. The 1792 Kentucky quarter-dollar coin holds a prominent place in the history of U.S. coinage. It marks the first issuance of a coin specifically designed for the United States after the establishment of the U.S. Mint and the early years of the nation's coinage system. Though the coin was not officially minted as a Kentucky quarter in the modern sense of the term, its significance lies in its design, historical context, and the role it played in shaping U.S. currency. This will delve into the history, significance, and interesting facts surrounding the 1792 Kentucky quarter-dollar series coin, often tied to the larger narrative of early American coinage. The birth of the United States Mint in 1792 was a landmark moment in the history of the U.S. economy. Prior to its establishment, the fledgling nation had no unified currency system. The U.S. government relied heavily on foreign coins, such as Spanish dollars and British pounds, and traded in commodities like tobacco and grain. This system was inefficient and hindered economic growth. To solve this problem, the Coinage Act of 1792 was passed, creating the U.S. Mint and providing a framework for the minting of U.S. coins. The act authorized the creation of several denominations, including the half-dollar, quarter-dollar, dime, and cent, along with the establishment of the first mint in Philadelphia. At this time, the mint was not fully operational, and coinage was in its infancy. However, this period saw the first prototypes of U.S. coinage, including the 1792 Kentucky quarter dollar, which would go down in history as a key milestone. While there is no officially recognized coin known as the Kentucky quarter dollar from 1792, this denomination is often associated with the early quarter-dollar prototype that was produced during this period. In the historical context, Kentucky was an important state due to its symbolic role in the early republic. Admitted to the Union in 1792, Kentucky was one of the first states to be incorporated into the United States, and it played an influential role in shaping American identity. Though some historical references might suggest that the coin was minted specifically to commemorate Kentucky's statehood, there is no direct evidence to confirm that the Kentucky quarter was designed with this purpose in mind. However, it is clear that the early designs of U.S. coins were influenced by the political and cultural climate of the time, and Kentucky's involvement in the early national narrative likely influenced the designs. The most well-known coin designs of 1792 include the half-dime, the half-dollar, and the quarter-dollar, which were all minted as part of the initial coinage prototypes. These coins featured designs created by early engravers, such as Robert Scott and other notable figures of the era. One of the most prominent symbols was the depiction of liberty, often personified in a style reflecting classical ideals. These coins were crafted from silver and copper, and the designs of the time reflected both the hopes and values of the new republic. An interesting aspect of the 1792 Kentucky quarter dollar and other coins of that era lies in the controversy surrounding their production. The early U.S. Mint faced many difficulties, including lack of proper funding, lack of qualified staff, and struggles with design. The minting of the 1792 quarter dollar was part of an experimental phase in the nation's history, with only a limited number of these coins being struck, and their release was not entirely smooth. At the time, coinage in the United States was not entirely standardized, and many of the coins produced during this period were more experimental or prototype in nature. In fact, the earliest coins, including the 1792 quarter dollar, were made by hand, and many of them were not mass-produced like modern coins. As a result, many of these coins were not officially recognized by collectors until much later, after they became more widely accepted as valuable pieces of American history. The 1792 quarter dollar was not widely circulated, and only a small number of these coins exist today, which makes them highly prized among numismatists and collectors. Today, they are often seen as among the most valuable and historically significant coins in American history, helping to illustrate the challenges and triumphs of the nation's early coinage system. The minting of the 1792 coins, technology, and innovation. The coins minted in 1792, including those that would be considered prototypes for the Kentucky quarter dollar, represented an important leap forward in minting technology. Before the establishment of the mint, coins were often struck using hand tools, making the process slow and inefficient. The creation of a dedicated mint facility in Philadelphia allowed for the development of more advanced techniques, such as the use of steam-powered machines and more refined dies to create consistent coin designs, The mint's engravers and machinists experimented with various methods of creating coins, and the products of their work are considered some of the finest examples of early American craftsmanship. Though not many of the early quarter-dollar coins were produced, their design and striking techniques laid the foundation for the U.S. Mint's ability to create coins that would circulate across the country. The 1792 Kentucky quarter-dollar coin, though not a widely circulated or well-known piece of currency, holds an important place in the history of American coinage. Its creation represents the early steps in the formation of the U.S. Mint and the development of a national currency system. The coin's design, its association with Kentucky's early statehood, and its place in the broader narrative of the United States coinage history make it a fascinating and valuable artifact. While the 1792 Kentucky quarter dollar may not have been officially recognized as such at the time, it is now remembered as part of the early experimentation in U.S. coinage and serves as a reminder of the nation's ambitious efforts to establish a stable and unified currency. Today, these early coins remain highly coveted by collectors, symbolizing the American spirit of innovation, resilience, and determination in the face of challenges. The Kentucky quarter dollar of 1792, while not a recognized denomination in the traditional sense, encapsulates the exciting yet turbulent beginnings of U.S. coinage and represents the emerging identity of the United States during a time of great change. The reverse of the 2001 Kentucky State Quarter features the following: Kentucky 1792, My Old Kentucky Home, 2001, E Pluribus Unum, a side view of the Bardstown home where Stephen Foster wrote the state song, My Old Kentucky Home, engraver, T. James Farrell. The value of a 1792 Kentucky quarter dollar depends on its condition and grade. Plain Edge, Kentucky. Token, a 1792. Plain Edge Kentucky token can be worth between $799 and $2,250, depending on its condition. Lancaster Edge, Kentucky. Token, a 1792. Lancaster Edge Kentucky token can be worth between $1,000 and $2,327, depending on its condition. Colonial Copper Coin. A 1792-94 Kentucky colonial copper coin can be worth $3,499.95. The value of a quarter can vary depending on its condition, mintage figures, and other factors. While the face value of a quarter is always 25 cents, some quarters can be worth much more. For example, a 2001 Kentucky State Quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition can sell for as much as $2,200. The 1796 Tennessee Quarter Dollar Series coin is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. While it is important to clarify that there was no official Tennessee Quarter in 1796, as Tennessee did not join the United States as a state until 1789. 1796, the year holds significant historical relevance due to the events surrounding the formation of the country and the minting of early American coins. However, to give a well-rounded understanding, we can explore the context of American coinage during that time and its connection to Tennessee's statehood. The birth of American coinage can be traced back to the Mint Act of 1792, signed by President George Washington. This law authorized the establishment of the first U.S. mint and the production of official coinage for the United States. The Mint Act created the basic denominations of U.S. currency, including the half cent, cent, half dime, dime, quarter dollar, half dollar, and dollar. The 1796 coins, which included the first quarter dollar, were part of this ambitious plan to establish a monetary system for the fledgling nation. At the time, the U.S. Mint was based in Philadelphia, and it began producing coins using designs created by engravers such as Robert Scott. These early coins were the first to feature symbols that represented the ideals and values of the new nation, and the designs reflected classical influences, aiming to inspire pride in American coinage. The 1796 quarter dollar holds a significant place in American numismatics. It was the first year that the U.S. Mint produced the quarter dollar denomination, marking an important milestone in the nation's monetary history. However, it was not a widely produced coin. The 1796 quarter was struck in relatively small quantities, making it one of the rarer coins from this early period. The coin features a draped bust of Lady Liberty on the obverse, designed by Robert Scott. This design depicts Liberty wearing a Phrygian cap, a symbol of freedom that was used in classical antiquity, surrounded by stars representing the states. The reverse shows an eagle with a shield, a symbol of strength and freedom. These elements reflect the young nation's aspirations and ideals. Due to the small mintage, the 1796 quarter dollar is highly sought after by collectors, with some examples selling for well over $1 million in auctions. There were two variations of the 1796 quarter dollar, the small eagle type and the large eagle type. The small eagle version is particularly rare and valuable. Although Tennessee did not exist as a state in 1796, it is important to recognize its role in American history and the context of the early U.S. Mint. Tennessee officially became the 16th state of the Union on June 1, 1796, and this event took place during a period of rapid growth and change in the United States. While there were no coins issued by the U.S. Mint specifically for Tennessee in 1796, the state's entry into the Union at this time represents a key chapter in the country's expansion, which was reflected in the minting of coins during that era. The inclusion of stars on coins, such as the 1796 quarter dollar, is of particular interest when considering Tennessee's statehood. The star on the obverse of the 1796 quarter symbolized the states that had already joined the Union, and as Tennessee became the 16th state, it helped solidify the notion of a growing and uniting nation. While the coin does not specifically commemorate Tennessee's statehood, it is nonetheless part of the broader historical narrative of the United States during a critical period as previously mentioned. The 1796 quarter dollar is highly collectible and holds a special place in the hearts of numismatists. Its rarity, due to its limited mintage, makes it one of the most valuable early American coins. Only a few hundred 1796 quarter dollars are believed to still exist today, and they come in different conditions, further influencing their value. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are worth significantly more than those that show signs of wear. Collectors also focus on the two types of the 1796 quarter dollar. The small eagle version, which has a smaller eagle on the reverse, is considered the rarer and more valuable of the two. This version was only produced in a limited number of strikes before the Mint changed the design to a larger eagle, making the small eagle variety a coveted item in the world of numismatics. The 1796 quarter dollar stands as a testament to the early years of the United States, when the nation was still finding its footing and establishing its identity. The coin represents not only the birth of the quarter dollar denomination, but also the ideals of liberty, freedom, and unity that were central to the nation's founding. For Tennessee, which would join the Union later that same year, the coin serves as a reminder of the young nation's expansion and the growing role of states in the Union. While there was no official Tennessee quarter in 1796, the quarter dollar minted that year reflects the historical context of Tennessee's statehood and the broader American experience. The rarity and beauty of the 1796 quarter make it a valuable piece of numismatic history, cherished by collectors and historians alike for its role in the early formation of the United States. The reverse design of the 2002 Tennessee quarter is emblematic of the state's deep connection to the music world. The U.S. Mint chose to showcase symbols of Tennessee's musical legacy, incorporating key elements that represent the state's influence on music throughout history. The reverse features an image of a musical instrument, specifically a Gibson guitar, a nod to Tennessee's role in the music industry, particularly in Nashville, known as the Music City. The guitar was chosen because of its cultural significance, reflecting Tennessee's vibrant music scene. Surrounding the guitar, there are musical notes in a wreath, symbolizing the state's historic contribution to the growth of American music. The musical notes convey the state's association with music and the arts. The guitar represents the musical tradition of Nashville, located in mid-Tennessee. Nashville is where country music stars go to make a name for themselves. The trumpet represents the blues and jazz music of Memphis, located on the western border of Tennessee. Lastly, the fiddle represents the mountain music produced by the people of East Tennessee. This music is commonly found in the Appalachian part of the state. Underneath the instruments is a banner that reads, "Musical Heritage," making it clear what the meaning of the coin is. The Volunteer State moniker dates back to the War of 1812, where Tennessee's soldiers volunteered in large numbers, and has since become synonymous with the state's spirit of service and willingness to step forward in times of need. According to the NGC Price Guide, a state quarter from 2002 in circulated condition is worth between 30 cents and 40 cents. However, on the open market, 2002 P quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition sell for as much as $225. The 1803 Ohio quarter dollar is an important piece of American numismatic history, notable for its symbolism, historical context, and the rich story of its time. Although Ohio did not join the Union as a state until 1803, the coin represents a pivotal moment in both the state's and the nation's development. To understand its significance, it's crucial to explore its origins, design, and the events surrounding the creation of this coin, as well as some interesting facts that contribute to its enduring legacy. Ohio became the 17th state of the United States on March 1, 1803. This period was one of rapid expansion and political change in the early years of the United States. The nation was still in its infancy, having been established just over 2 decades earlier in 1776. The Louisiana Purchase of 1803 doubled the size of the U.S., and the subsequent explorations by Lewis and Clark signaled the nation's westward expansion. The 1803 Ohio quarter commemorates this time of growth and the state's inclusion into the Union. Although the 1803 Ohio quarter was part of the larger series of U.S. coins, the specific design used for the Ohio quarter had symbolic importance. The reverse side of the coin typically features a bald eagle, the national symbol of the United States, perched atop arrows, and an olive branch, which represents the country's commitment to both strength and peace. On the obverse, a bust of Lady Liberty, facing left, was a common design in early American coinage, and the words "Liberty" and the date of issue are inscribed. Ohio's statehood was historically significant, and its coin was produced at a time when the United States was still figuring out how best to represent itself through currency. Coins like the 1803 Ohio quarter helped to solidify American identity by visually connecting the country's government to its symbols and ideals. Ohio's admission to the Union was significant for several reasons. First, it marked a crucial step in the country's westward expansion. By the time Ohio was granted statehood, settlers had already begun to move westward, and the Northwest Ordinance of 1787 had established a framework for how new states would be admitted to the Union. Ohio, located in the old Northwest Territory, represented a key transition between the original 13 colonies and the new expanding states that would populate the western United States. Moreover, Ohio's statehood contributed to the formation of a strong political and economic center in the Midwest, which would become important for the nation's development. Ohio was quickly recognized for its agricultural productivity and for being a major player in industrialization in the 19th century. The 1803 Ohio quarter commemorates the beginning of this important state's role in shaping the country's economic and political future. Despite being associated with the year 1803, no actual 1803 Ohio quarter dollar was minted. This is often a point of confusion for collectors. The U.S. Mint did not produce an Ohio quarter until 1999 as part of the 50 State Quarters program, which was launched in 1999 and continued through 2008. The quarter was designed to honor the individual states by featuring their unique symbols and historical landmarks. Ohio's quarter was released in 2002 as the 17th coin in the series. The 1803 Ohio quarter is part of the State Quarters series issued between 1999 and 2008, celebrating each state's heritage. Ohio's quarter features an image of the Wright brothers' plane, honoring their first successful flight in 1903. The quarter also includes the state's motto, "With God, all things are possible," and the year of Ohio's statehood, 1803. This was a modern coin designed in the 21st century, but marked an important milestone in American history and the legacy of Ohio. Today, 1803 Ohio quarters are primarily of interest to collectors rather than for their value as currency. Some collectors may focus on finding special minting variations or uncirculated versions, which can be more valuable. In general, the 1803 Ohio quarter, as part of the broader State Quarters program, has a relatively low intrinsic value, but certain errors or limited edition pieces can command a higher price. The design of the Ohio State Quarter is significant because it honors the Wright brothers, who made history with the first powered flight. The inclusion of their aircraft design on the coin underscores Ohio's legacy in aviation and innovation. Ohio is known as the birthplace of aviation, and the Wright brothers are celebrated for their role in shaping modern transportation. Ohio's quarter was released in 2002 as part of a wider initiative by the U.S. Mint to commemorate each state's historical contributions. The timing of Ohio's coin also coincided with the centennial of the Wright brothers' first flight in 1903, making it a fitting tribute to their groundbreaking achievement. The 1803 Ohio $quarter series coin, although not minted in 1803, serves as a fascinating historical artifact. It connects the past and present, honoring Ohio's statehood and its role in the nation's history. The coin is a reflection of the country's expansion during the early 19th century, while also celebrating the achievements of Ohioans like the Wright brothers, who revolutionized modern flight. Whether for numismatists or those simply interested in American history, the 1803 Ohio quarter remains an important piece of the nation's coinage legacy. The reverse of the 2002 Ohio State Quarter prominently features an image of the Wright brothers' first airplane, the Wright Flyer. This historic aircraft, piloted by Orville Wright, made the first successful powered flight on December 17, 1903, at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. While Ohio is not the location of the flight itself, the Wright brothers are considered Ohioans because they were born in Dayton, Ohio, and the state's legacy in aviation is strongly tied to their achievements. The design showcases the plane in flight, underscoring Ohio's pivotal role in the history of aviation. In addition to the Wright Flyer, the reverse also includes an astronaut figure. This symbolizes Ohio's contribution to space exploration, with the state being home to several astronauts who flew in space, including John Glenn, the first American to orbit Earth in 1962, and Neil Armstrong, who became the first person to walk on the moon in 1969. The astronaut figure is placed alongside the Wright Flyer to emphasize Ohio's continued legacy in aerospace innovation. Above the Wright Flyer and astronaut, the inscription, "Birthplace of Aviation Pioneers," is written. This phrase reinforces Ohio's claim as the home state of the Wright brothers and highlights the state's ongoing connection to the field of aviation and space exploration. The year 2002 is also featured on the reverse side of the coin. This marks the year that the Ohio State Quarter was released as part of the broader 50 State Quarters program. The program ran from 1999 to 2008, with each quarter designed to represent the unique history, culture, and symbols of each state. On the right side of the reverse, the design also includes a small outline of the state of Ohio, reinforcing the state's identity and its pivotal role in aviation history. The value of a 2002 Ohio State quarter depends on its condition. A circulated 2002 Ohio State quarter is worth around 25 cents, its face value. Uncirculated, a 2002 D Ohio State quarter in uncirculated condition can sell for up to $4,000. The Louisiana quarter dollar, part of the U.S. Mint's commemorative series, serves as a fascinating historical artifact that celebrates Louisiana's bicentennial and its unique cultural heritage. Although this coin was not minted in 1812, but as part of a modern commemorative series, it draws heavily on the historical events of that year, including Louisiana's early statehood and its role in shaping the United States. Louisiana became the 18th state of the Union on April 30th, 1812, shortly before the outbreak of the War of 1812 between the United States and Great Britain. This period marked a crucial phase in American history, as Louisiana's strategic location near the Mississippi River in the Gulf of Mexico made it a key asset in trade, military defense, and territorial expansion. The coin symbolizes not only Louisiana's admission to the Union, but also the vibrant cultural diversity brought by French, Spanish, and Creole influences, which persist to this day. The reverse of the Louisiana quarter dollar stands out for its intricate symbolism and artistic representation. At its center is an illustration that encapsulates Louisiana's identity. Common themes on the reverse include depictions of the Battle of New Orleans, led by Andrew Jackson in 1815, or the Louisiana Purchase, the monumental 1803 land deal between the United States and France that paved the way for Louisiana's statehood. Depending on the specific series design, the reverse may also highlight other iconic elements such as pelican imagery. The brown pelican, Louisiana's state bird, is often featured prominently, symbolizing the state's natural environment and resilience. Magnolia blossoms. These flowers, native to the state, represent its southern charm and rich biodiversity. Mississippi River. One of the most significant waterways in the U.S., the river is a recurring motif on coins representing Louisiana, showcasing its importance to trade and culture. The coin often integrates these elements into a cohesive design, underscored by inscriptions like Louisiana 1812, E Pluribus Unum, and the Mint Year. The reverse serves as a testament to Louisiana's natural beauty, historical milestones, and contributions to the United States. Louisiana played a pivotal role in the War of 1812, with New Orleans as the site of the final major battle. Although the Treaty of Ghent had been signed to end the war, slow communication meant the Battle of New Orleans occurred after the war's official conclusion. The coin's imagery often nods to this event as a defining moment in American history. The coin's design frequently reflects the blending of French, Spanish, African, and Native American cultures that define Louisiana, making it unique among state commemorative coins. Some versions of the Louisiana quarter dollar series are minted in limited quantities, featuring special finishes like proof or silver editions, making them highly sought after by collectors. The pelican motif links the coin to Louisiana's flag and official seal, emphasizing the state's identity and pride. The Louisiana quarter dollar from the 1812 series is more than just a piece of currency. It is a tribute to a state rich in history, culture, and natural beauty. The reverse design encapsulates Louisiana's story, from its early days as part of the Louisiana Purchase to its role in shaping the young United States. Collectors and history enthusiasts alike find the coin a compelling reminder of how numismatics can preserve and celebrate the American experience. 2002. Louisiana Quarter. A circulated 2002 Louisiana quarter is worth around 30 cents to 40 cents, but an uncirculated one can sell for as much as $325. Bicentennial quarters, a high-grade uncirculated silver. Bicentennial quarter can be worth between $2,000 to $5,000 at auction.
The 2002 Indiana Quarter is a part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program, an initiative that celebrated the unique heritage and symbols of each state. The program, which ran from 1999 to 2008, issued quarters in the order the states ratified the Constitution or were admitted into the Union. Indiana, being the 19th state, had its quarter released on August 2, 2002. This coin not only serves as legal tender, but also acts as a miniature canvas that showcases Indiana's rich history and cultural significance. The obverse features the familiar profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This design has been a staple of the quarter since 1932. The Indiana Quarter both contribute to its unique representation of the state. The design was slightly altered for the State Series to accommodate additional inscriptions. United States of America. This inscription is prominently placed above Washington's portrait. Liberty, positioned to the left of Washington's profile. In God We Trust, located to the right of the profile. Mint mark, below the motto, indicating the mint where the coin was produced. P for Philadelphia, or D for Denver. Quarter dollar, found at the bottom, specifying the coin's denomination. The reverse of the Indiana Quarter, designed by Donna Weaver, highlights symbols significant to the state. The central feature of the reverse is an Indy car, representing the famous Indianapolis 500 race. The race is a cornerstone of Indiana's cultural and sporting identity, held annually at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The Indianapolis 500, often referred to as the greatest spectacle in racing, is one of the oldest and most prestigious automobile races in the world, attracting massive international attention. The Indy car is superimposed over an outline of the state of Indiana, providing a geographical context and making the coin easily identifiable with the state. Encircling the state outline are 19 stars, symbolizing Indiana's status as the 19th state to join the Union on December 11, 1816. The stars emphasize Indiana's historical place in the early expansion of the United States. Crossroads of America. This state motto is prominently displayed, reflecting Indiana's significant position in the nation's transportation network. Indiana 1816. The top of the coin features the state's name and the year of its statehood. E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one. This phrase is inscribed at the bottom, symbolizing the unity of the states. Indiana holds a prominent place in American history as a state that contributed to the early development and expansion of the nation. Known as the Crossroads of America, Indiana has been a crucial hub for transportation, with numerous highways and railroads intersecting within its borders. The state's economy and culture have been significantly shaped by its central location and accessibility. The 2002 Indiana Quarter is a key piece in the 50 State Quarters program, which was a groundbreaking initiative by the U.S. Mint. This program revitalized interest in coin collecting across the United States, with millions of people participating in collecting these quarters. For collectors, the Indiana Quarter represents both a piece of state pride and a significant part of this historically important series. Indianapolis 500. The depiction of the IndyCar on the Indiana Quarter is a nod to one of the most famous motor races in the world. The Indianapolis 500 has been held annually since 1911 and is a significant event in the world of auto racing. State motto: Indiana's motto, Crossroads of America, reflects its importance in the national transportation network. This motto is fitting, given that Indiana has more miles of interstate highway per square mile than any other state. The 50-state quarters program was immensely popular, with an estimated 147 million Americans collecting these quarters, either casually or seriously. Economic contribution. The program generated substantial revenue. The program generated substantial revenue for the U.S. Mint, not only through the quarters themselves, but also through related collector items. Like other quarters in the series, the Indiana quarter was minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, indicated by the P or D mint mark on the coin. In addition to the standard clad composition quarters, the U.S. Mint also produced silver-proof versions made of 90% silver for collectors, offering a premium option for enthusiasts. The 2002 Indiana quarter is more than just a piece of currency. It is a tribute to the state's rich history, cultural significance, and contributions to the nation. The coin's thoughtful design, incorporating the iconic IndyCar and state symbols, captures the essence of Indiana's identity. As part of the 50-state quarters program, the Indiana quarter continues to educate and inspire, ensuring that the state's legacy is carried in the pockets and hearts of Americans. Through its detailed obverse and reverse elements, the Indiana quarter stands as a miniature ambassador of the state, celebrating its place in the fabric of the United States.
The 2002 Mississippi State Quarter, part of the United States Mint's 50-state quarters program, commemorates Mississippi's admission to the Union in 1817. This program, initiated to inspire a new generation of coin collectors, became the most successful numismatic initiative in U.S. history. The coin's reverse, designed by Donna Weaver, features two magnolia blossoms, symbolizing Mississippi's nickname, the Magnolia State. The inscriptions include Mississippi, the state's admission year, 1817, the phrase, the Magnolia State, the coin's minting year, 2002, and the national motto, E pluribus unum. The obverse retains the traditional portrait of George Washington, originally crafted by John Flanagan, with slight modifications to accommodate the state quarter design. It includes inscriptions such as United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and Quarter Dollar. The 2002 Mississippi quarter was minted in several facilities. Philadelphia Mint, P, approximately 290 million coins. Denver Mint, D, approximately 289.6 million coins. San Francisco Mint, S, approximately 3 million proof coins. Standard circulation coins are composed of a copper nickel clad, weighing 5.67 grams, with a diameter of 24.26 millimeters and a reeded edge. Additionally, special silver proof versions were produced, containing 90% silver and 10% copper. Mississippi, rich in cultural heritage and natural beauty, was admitted as the 20th state in 1817. The magnolia, celebrated for its large, fragrant blossoms, was designated the state flower in 1952, reflecting the state's appreciation for this iconic tree. While the 2002 Mississippi quarter remains common in circulation, its value typically aligns with its face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated and proof specimens, especially those in pristine condition or composed of silver, can command higher prices among collectors. For instance, silver-proof versions may range from $5 to $10, depending on their grade. The 2002 Mississippi State Quarter serves as a tangible tribute to the state's history and natural splendor. Its design, featuring the magnolia blossoms, encapsulates Mississippi's identity, making it a cherished piece for numismatists and a symbol of state pride for residents. The value of an 1817 Mississippi-Washington quarter depends on its condition and rarity, but it could be worth anywhere from $30 to several $100s.